When being the loving mother is just a disguise. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Kris Jenner, Kristen Jenner, the Kardashian mom, the Jenner mom. Because I've said this before, guys. I've made so many videos about this at this point, right? Because I have her, she's in the Witches of Hollywood playlist on this channel. And I talk a lot about how, you know, as ladies, as women, it's very easy for women to hide their evil deeds and the things that they do behind the guise of the loving, caring mother. Like, I just care about my kids. And like, as soon as you hear a woman say that, you just instantly believe them. But a lot of the time, their behavior is completely counteractive to that. Case in point with Kris Jenner, like in this sense, which we're going to get into all her a lot of her children in this video. But case in point is the fact that, like, when, first of all, Kim K, let me make sure I've got this, because I've got notes here, guys, so to make sure. And to March 2007, the Kim Kardashian, you know, sex tape was released. It was viewed, to this day, it's been viewed by 150 million people, and Kim K was paid $5 million. And shortly after this sex tape is when the Keeping Up with the Kardashians thing started, which of course Kris Jenner herself negotiated. Now, what I want to say to you guys, and a question I want to ask y'all before we get even further into the other things that had happened, was a truly loving mother, a true mother with the mother's love, is she going to want to put her daughter's body in a sex tape on blast just to get famous, just to get notoriety, just to whatever? I'll leave that question with you guys. My personal answer is no, right? Now, even with that, it took a long time even for that to be confirmed, because when she tried to deny it, she went on this, like, what do you call it? She went on this, like, game show type of thing, and she did a lie detector test. And the lie detector test said that she was telling the truth when she said that she was not involved in the leaking of Kim K's sex tape. Now, what I want to say is this. First things first, Ray J himself says he represents God's army and he's upset with Kris Jenner, which we're going to come back to that, because I believe Kris Jenner is one of the chosen ones of the Kingdom of Darkness. I believe she's so involved in the Kingdom of Darkness, so we'll talk more about that later in the video. Second of all, a lot of people were saying in the comments, like, this is just me looking at the comments, because I obviously have my opinion, but I want to know what people think as well, because I really love reading the comments. That's why I love YouTube so much, because YouTube has comments that you can, like, look at. So does Crunchyroll, but I never actually look at the comments in Crunchyroll. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, not important. So people were saying, we feel like, you know, Kris is so trained in lying to the media that she could easily, like, fake a lie detector test. Maybe they would fake the lie detector test with her. And let's be completely honest and true, guys. It would make sense for her to take a lie detector test in favor, because the whole thing about the Kardashian Jenner family is that they have a good reputation online and people feel sorry for them. People want to watch them. People want to support what they're doing. So that would make sense, if we're being honest. So let's backtrack. Let's talk about business. So I've said in previous videos how there's a lot of sketchy things that go on with Kris Jenner. One of the main things is that she is buddy friends with Lou M. Taylor, which those of you guys who've been on this channel for a long time know that we call her Lucifer M. Taylor, because she is the one who runs Sports and Entertainment Group, where she manages both artists and athletes in a huge scale. She built her whole business basically off of Britney Spears, because Britney Spears' mum through to Britney Spears' dad, the idea of working with her. They've exploited her for all these years, and thus the whole Free Britney series, which you guys can check out. It's the longest running series on this channel. I have a whole playlist. You can watch through all the videos from the beginning in the Free Britney playlist, #Free Britney playlist. And she works with artists. Now, she also happens to manage Travis Scott. And so what I said to you guys before was that Kris and Lou are good friends. They work together, and they're both one of the two most evil people in the entertainment industry, in my humble opinion. Now, obviously, nobody suspects them because they're women. And we always trust women, and we think about a mother's love, and we think about, oh, women are like this, and women are supposed to be nurturing and loving, which is all true. That's God's intention. But where God is not part of the equation, that's not what's happening. And it actually makes it easier for women to get away with a lot of things that men can't get away with, right? So there's that, right? So Kris negotiates, she leaks the video, she negotiates a TV deal. Now, here's the thing. Kris was always a very big player as far as like getting her children to a certain level. So like with Kendall, Kendall took some pictures. She said she wanted to be a model. 2 days later, Kris has created her into a model. Right? She did this type of stuff. This is exactly the type of person that Kris Jenner was. She obviously did what she did with Kim K. Like, let's get us all famous. Let's release this sex tape. They tried to pretend they didn't know about it, that it was an accident, even though they were definitely paid for it. And then Ray J comes forward to say, like, y'all ain't knowing, y'all can't even pretend that this isn't what's happening. But let's talk about Kylie, because Kylie was known to be like the youngest billionaire, right? The youngest billionaire. That was like a whole thing. And I remember when that was a thing. But here's the interesting thing that I've discovered, guys, in my research, is that Kylie was actually technically never a billionaire. Because what the Kardashians used to do is they used to invite the Forbes people, etc., etc., to their homes, to their mansions, etc., and then sell these ideas of these fraudulent, tax returns, these inflated sales, which then constituted these brands, organizations like Forbes, believing that these guys were billionaires. But Forbes actually went as far at the end to then say they no longer acknowledge Kylie as a billionaire, because they acknowledge that they believe actually in reality her net worth was like 343 million or something, as opposed to a billion, right? So they, again, and if you guys look into Kris's history, I've talked about Kris Jenner a lot on this channel. If you look into Kris Jenner's history, she's always been a very money focused woman. Like, it doesn't matter about her kids, it doesn't matter about her husband. It's like nothing matters, like whether it's children, husband, relationship, none of that matters. What matters to her is money and power. And that's what I want to kind of illustrate to you guys in this video, that just because you have these mothers who try to act like, I do this all for my kids and it's all for my kids, a lot of them are lying, because we believe that in society. They're saying the things that we want to hear and we want to believe, but it's not really real and true. So Kendall Jenner, like I said, she was once the highest paid model in Forbes. So again, these prestigious platforms that we look to see, like, Forbes 30 under 30, Forbes this, that, and the other, were highlighting the Kardashians, right? Now, this is where it gets super interesting for me, because we go a level deeper. It turns out that Bruce Jenner, right? Now, I'm very disappointed about Bruce's journey, just because for me, I think that he was an incredible athlete. I believe he did a decathlon, which is 10 different sports back to back. And what apparently I've now discovered is that prior to marrying Kris, he'd already been on hormone therapy, and he'd got himself up to a 36B, is that correct, in breast size, after being on hormone therapy for 4.5 years. He then meets Kris, but he stopped 6 months before he met Kris. Then once he had Kendall and Kylie, because he didn't expect that he would be able to have Kendall and Kylie because of the fact of his hormone therapy, but he has Kendall and Kylie, he then removes his breasts altogether, and he claims that all along he had said to Kris about how he truly feels, which again to me suggests that that relationship was always more of a business deal than it was a true loving, supportive marriage than anything else, because she must have known, if according to what he's saying in his book that he released, or her book that his book that he released, right, that's what happened. Now, this is the last thing I really want to get into, and then we're going to wrap up this video, is the fact that people have this unwritten rule with the Kardashians that once you go against them, they will destroy you as far as the industry. And that's why I think they're such a powerful family. So once you have left, whether you're Blac Chyna, whether you're whoever, if you rub them the wrong way, they will destroy you. And it's actually interesting because Blac Chyna obviously sued them. They went to court. The Kardashians won, as far as like they were seen to not be defaming Blac Chyna, etc., etc., which in my humble opinion, they definitely were trying to, and they definitely always try to make everybody apart from themselves look bad. That's also why they tend to talk a lot about Kanye in the show. And then Kim's always like, I'm just trying so hard with Kanye, like, and blah, 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 blah. Because they want the audience to then have sympathy for them as if they're like the ones trying so hard. And that's the deception of femininity in and of itself. So, I don't know, guys. I just wanted to make a video about this. I wanted to talk about it because I believe Kris Jenner is one of the most evil people in this world, and especially in the entertainment industry. And she gets away with it because she has the whole like, oh my gosh, caring mother thing. And that's why I believe that Satan likes to use women, and why Satan went to Eve in the garden, not Adam, because us as ladies, we can disguise our evilness through the things that are seen to be feminine. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you're feeling the vibe and you want to join the tribe. If you're watching this video off of YouTube, check this video out on YouTube at the One Winning Team. Join the winning team, because if life's a game, then let's play to win. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye. And let me know your thoughts. Goodbye.